Earful Tower listeners, if this doesn't sound like a studio quality voice you're hearing, that's because I'm out on the road and I'm heading towards the metro station, Barbès Rochechouart. And we're going to do a whole episode on the metro today, about the metro, on the metro, and I'm going to be doing it with Luke Thompson, a podcaster in Paris who runs Luke's English podcast. And he has a few things to say about the metro. So the plan is, and forgive me in advance if it all falls through, we're going to go about 4 or 5 stations on the Blue Line, turn around, head homewards for Luke, where he gets off the station. Hopefully, Corey Frye, the tour guide, will be waiting at the same station, Barbès Rochechouart, to jump on and tell one of his Corey stories. Now, if he doesn't make it, if he's late, if we're early, I'm going to have to do the Corey story. Maybe Luke will do the Corey story. We'll see how it goes. And just before we get into it, I'm approaching the station now. Remember, live event, season finale, December 13th. All the details on the site. I hope to see you there. Let's do it.
Earful Tower with Oliver G.
Luke Thompson.
Ollie G, hi. Fine, thanks.
This is a bit odd what we're doing, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think it's probably a really good way of bringing the episode to life, because people will be able to hear the very noisy sounds of a busy metro station all around us.
And we are. Well,
that's noisy.
So as we're speaking, there's a train going over our head. We're at Barbès Rochechouart, named by many as the best named metro.
The most difficult metro to pronounce.
Barbès Rochechouart.
Barbès Rochechouart.
Okay, so the plan is, as I've told you, we're going to get on the metro, ride at 6 or so stations, turn around. Hopefully Corey's going to be waiting for us.
Yeah.
If not, you're doing a Corey story at the end.
Oh yeah, okay.
As discussed.
Yes, all right.
Have you got a metro card or the?
Yeah, I've got a Navigo.
Okay.
I'm a seasoned metro traveller.
And that's beside the fact that you're a podcaster as well. That's why I invited you, because you know the metro.
I do. Yeah, I do know the metro. So I've been in Paris for about 5 years, and I'm a regular user of the metro. I'm an English teacher here, and the company I used to work for would send me to all sorts of different locations, different companies around the city. So I've spent many hours on the metro, riding around to the airports as well. So the RER, I'm very familiar with all of it.
Compared to me, who never takes the metro.
Do you not?
No, that's why I needed you to guide me.
How do you travel around?
Scooter, barely a bicycle.
Right.
Run.
I've heard that's the best way because.
Which one?
Well, above ground generally, because Paris is such a beautiful city.
Well, let's descend into the underworld and see what happens.
Let's do it.
Okay, now
let's
I'm going to
go
go through with a paper ticket.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. All right. Someone's already stuck in front of me with a suitcase. Okay, do you know the way?
Yeah, let's go up here. So no one squeezed in behind you then?
No, but that's something I take happens a little bit.
It's a bit traumatic, isn't it, when that happens?
Is there a word in French for it?
I've no idea.
Hang
feels
on,
a bit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're meant to be going underground. We're going upstairs.
We're going upstairs because some parts of the metro are above ground, and these are my favourite parts of the metro because you get mobile phone service up here.
Which is important for you today.
It's very important for me
today. You can tell the listeners why, because it's a bit of an exciting.
Yeah, because I have a feeling that my wife is going to go into labour today. Wow. So to be honest, I should probably not be doing this. I should probably be, sitting there by the phone waiting for.
But luckily, we're going overground.
We're going overground,
so you'll be able to get the message.
We've got the.
It could be the first birth on the Earful Tower.
I know, yeah. What a landmark.
2 seasons in, it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time someone had a baby on this podcast.
What would you name the baby after? Probably after the podcast.
I don't know. Maybe Barbès.
Oh, Barbès.
That's a bad name for a child, isn't it? Barbès.
Rochechouart.
Barbie? No.
So a little bit of background.
Yes.
That's the Sacré-Cœur up there.
The Sacré-Cœur over there. Yes, we're not far from the Sacré-Cœur here. Just at the sort of foot of the Montmartre hill.
Montmartre.
We're about to get on the train now. It's very busy.
Extremely busy. Why are we doing this at peak hour?
It's going to be quite embarrassing that we're going to be talking like this.
I'm standing with a little fluffy microphone. We're going to get in the corner. Oh my god.
A lot of people are getting out.
Okay, so oh my.
Let's just do it.
Hello, Paris. There's a bit of space down here, look.
Need to find a neutral space.
Excuse me, what? Okay, so we're standing in the middle.
It's perfect. We've got a perfect spot here. This is great.
It is a bit awkward.
We've actually got a thing to hold on to as well, and a little bit of space.
Luke.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the metro.
Well, what do you want to know about it?
You're a comedian.
Yeah.
So you could do some observational.
So, as a stand-up comedian in
People
Paris.
People are laughing already behind you. You're doing well.
Are they really? Okay. So as a stand-up comedian in Paris, the metro is a great subject because everyone rides the metro. It's like a shared experience, and comedians always have something to say about the metro. It's like a standard topic that we all talk about, and I do some jokes about it too. And yeah, there's lots of things to say about it, really. Like, first of all, before I start talking about it, I don't want to just sort of bitch about the metro, because that's what people do sometimes.
No.
I think there are some positive things that I should say at the start.
Are these the disclaimers up
These are
front?
the disclaimers,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is going to allow me to then say all sorts of negative things afterwards.
Okay.
So the positive stuff is that, first of all, it works.
Hang on, what'd she say?
La Chapelle.
La Chapelle, okay. We've got to keep an eye on it, because
Yeah.
we have to get off and turn around.
This is the station for Gare du Nord station.
Is
One
it?
of them, yeah. You can get to Gare du Nord from here.
Extra tidbit of information.
Little bit of advice there for anyone travelling from Gare du Nord to Charles de Gaulle Étoile, which is where the hotels are.
What's the deal with they call Gare du Nord? They also call it Paris Nord.
Paris Nord,
What's
do
all
they?
that about? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the history, Oliver. All I know is my own personal experience of riding these crowded trains.
Which is less crowded now that everyone's got off for this La Chapelle.
A lot of people get off at Barbès and La Chapelle on line 2.
So you said that it works.
Yeah, so I was saying it actually works. It's always, pretty much always on time. The trains are very regular. Paris is not that big compared to London or Tokyo, both cities where I've lived in the past. And so actually it's a really efficient way of getting around the city. And so from that point of view, it's great. It works. It does the job really well. In London, the tube often has engineering works or signal failure. Signals in London are just so rubbish. They break so easily. I don't know why, but many of the tube lines often have big delays.
But it's not the same here.
It's not the same. It
It's the same
actually works.
extent.
No, it works. It's very reliable.
It's no Japan, though.
No, Japan is.
Did you see the story the other day that Japanese rail network offered an apology because a train left 20 seconds early?
Really?
Yeah, they go by the second, and no one had noticed.
That would never happen here.
No.
No. So anyway, but it does work, and it does get me from A to B, and I like that about it. And I always use the metro. I find it the quickest way to get around.
Okay.
But having said that,
Yeah, you've done your bit.
as when I first arrived here and I used the metro a lot, I experienced quite a lot of culture shock here. And
You're an Englishman.
I'm an Englishman who, as I've said, who's used the London Tube and the Tokyo subway and stuff like that.
You've lived in Tokyo or traveled?
Yeah, I lived in Japan for 2 years.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Teaching English.
Teaching English, that's
Cool.
right, yeah. So in Japan, for example, there's quite a strong culture on the subway and on the train system, right? For example, first of all, everyone's silent.
People are pretty silent.
Yeah, it's not too loud except when you get like someone playing an accordion,
Yeah.
which for tourists is wonderful, but for locals it's like, oh bloody hell, I'm not an accordion player. In Japan though, because it's so crowded, people make a lot of effort to be very thoughtful of other people's personal space.
Sure.
So, and this is true in London as well. That the London tube system is very cramped and small, but I get the sense that people try their best to sort of follow certain rules. So the rules include things like making sure that you let someone off the train before you get on.
Yeah, right.
And that when you get into the train, you move down inside the carriage.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very important.
Wait, I have to interrupt you.
Yeah.
We just, do you see out the window the Canal Saint-Martin?
Yes.
As we pulled into Jaurès.
Fantastic spot.
So, for people who, to interrupt me for a second,
Yeah.
season finale, it's going to be at the Point Éphémère right there.
The
So,
what?
The season finale for the Earful Tower.
Oh, really?
It's going to be at the Point Éphémère, right where we just went
Oh,
past.
that's the bridge that opens and closes? Is
No, there's no bridge that opens and
Okay.
closes there.
All
You've got your stick with the metro facts. No, but it's that's where December 13th. So if you're listening to this and you're in Paris, get tickets.
Oh, that's right.
now.
Your party is going to happen there.
Yeah, but you're going to have a baby.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Anyway, sorry, I cut you
So I
off.
was saying that for example, in London, people will. I get the sense that people are very conscious of other people's personal space, and to make the whole system work, they have to do certain things. Like, for example, when you get off the train, you have to keep moving on the platform, and if you do need to stop, you will go against the wall and get out of the way. And all these things help the tube to run smoothly as a system. And it's generally understood that if you're walking along a corridor, you don't stop, because if you do stop, the whole of London has to stop behind you.
Mayhem.
Yeah, it's total mayhem. Here, on the other hand, in my experience, there aren't these rules in place. And
You could record a podcast in the middle of a bunch of people and they wouldn't react, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but also just stuff like I tend to find that when the doors open, often you get people trying to get in when other people are getting out. The people don't move down inside the carriage.
Sure, I've noticed that.
Some of the lines are better than others. We're on line 2, which has new trains, and these trains are pretty good.
And
there's
we've just gone underground as well.
We have just gone underground in Colonel Fabien station here.
Do you know who he is?
No idea.
No.
I don't. I told you I don't know the history.
No.
You need to speak to Amber Minogue for all
Or
that.
Corey Frye.
Or Corey Frye.
Amber Minogue, friend of the show. Friend of your show too,
Yes,
your
yes,
podcast.
very much so.
We could talk about your podcast.
Yeah, we could.
LEP.
I've got so much stuff to get through about the metro.
Okay. That's what you're here for.
So yeah, I also noticed that I think that on the metro there's sometimes a bad vibe.
What do you mean?
Just feels like a bad vibe.
In Paris, there's a bad vibe.
On the Paris metro, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Paris is a beautiful city. I feel like some of the locals wander around the city in a kind of a bad mood. They're grumpy. And
Malaise?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They're sort of grumpy and slightly bad-tempered. No one smiles. And I feel like the metro is responsible for a lot of that. That people, maybe people start the day in a positive way and their experience on the metro puts them in a bad mood. So the metro is just pumping out moody Parisians all the time. And I wonder why, why is that? I think part of it is because it's a bit grim on the metro.
Sure.
Not line 2, as I said. I
Where
think
are we
line
now?
2.
Belleville. Should we turn around?
Yeah, okay.
10 minutes? Or then we go one more?
Okay, do one more.
Okay.
So,
now Corey will be waiting. Oh no, it's okay.
yeah, it's all right. He's going to meet us at the other end, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll look through the window if it's the wrong train.
yeah.
I told him we're towards the front.
Okay, so it's going to be fine. What was I saying?
You were talking about who Colonel Fabien was.
I've got no
You were
idea.
talking about how there's a malaise when people
Yeah,
come
that's
out of
right. And I think maybe the metro is responsible. I think because it's kind of a bit dark down here, because it sort of smells. It's one of the things I noticed when I first arrived is that sometimes you notice a particular stench.
Sure.
And I've always wondered what that is. And I always kind of thought, is that urine?
Yeah.
Is that pee
you
that I'm
confirmed
smelling? Well, I think it's a combination of genuine urine, because I have seen people peeing down on the metro.
Horrible.
And there is, in fact, an architectural feature which I'm slightly obsessed by.
Is that the drainage, urine drainage?
The channel, there's
Yeah.
a gutter that goes around the whole system in every station. At the side of the platform, at the bottom
Sure.
of the wall, there's a gutter.
Yeah.
And it's always, as far as I can see, there's often a mysterious liquid just lying in this gutter.
Let's go and look for one, because we can
Yes.
change here at Couronnes and see if there's any of the... There it is.
Yeah, look, there you go, you see? And is it wet?
No.
No, that's damp.
That's dry.
Come on, that's damp. Look, there's
Yep, urine. Should we take a picture?
it's got
Okay.
stagnant liquid in it.
I'm going to take a picture of it.
That's not rainwater
I'm
because
gonna-
it hasn't rained.
No, I'm going to ask this passerby to take a picture of us in
yeah.
front of the urine.
Okay, excuse me.
Oh, I'm going to speak French.
Okay.
Est-ce que vous pouvez prendre une photo de... Merci, monsieur.
Oh, merci.
There's just...
Yeah, you need to point at the. And maybe this side because you can see the.
This photo will be on the earfultower.com, maybe even on our Instagram and Facebook. Okay, there you go.
So what is
Merci,
that?
monsieur. Oh, thank you.
What is that mysterious liquid? It's not rain, because maybe it's to deal with the potential flooding if it rains. But it's not rain. It hasn't rained for days. Is it piss? That's my question. I still don't know the answer to it. So I
I've got
find
an architectural thing too.
yes.
These chairs,
Uh-huh.
do you see there's a little hole in them?
Right.
I think that's to drain urine if someone sits on it.
I agree. I think that's probably exactly what that's for.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little picture of it as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Just of the... I won't be in this one.
I think another thing about this channel is that I think it may be used by rats as a transport system. That's their metro, basically.
What, the little pea corridor?
Yeah, I think so. And that's a dangerous spot because if you drop something in there, that's it. It's
Yeah.
gone forever,
Do you
right?
think it washes into the sewers?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
Did you hear me and Amber in the sewers?
yeah, I heard some of that.
Oh, you didn't
No, I
listen?
did heard some of
Hey,
it. I
let's
didn't
cross
hear all
over
of
to
it.
the other side
Okay.
and head back.
Okay. Let's do it.
That was a fun episode. Where did you switch off?
I think somewhere near the beginning, I have to say. But I'm going to keep listening.
No,
to that.
that's okay. I'm just...
Look, there's more. And here's another thing,
Okay.
Oliver. down here by this disgusting channel, there is also, in many of the stations, a tap. There's actually a tap on the wall down at sort of foot level.
Yeah.
And I kind of think, what's that tap for?
What?
Are people actually... I've seen people drink from that tap before.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have guessed it's a foot washer.
No.
No. Oh, it's just a guess.
And then some people say to me, well, it's used for cleaning. And I'm like, what, people actually clean this?
But look, if they turn on the tap, it will come out the little hole at the bottom and wash away all the urine.
There's a tap just
Yeah.
there, right?
I'm taking a picture of it. All this
Maybe
will be on the site.
That must be where the liquid is coming from, I suppose. But
So your whole theory just disproven by
I
yourself.
suppose so, but it's not really a theory. It's more of just a series of questions.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. It's a
life,
mystery.
Isn't life just a series of questions, Luke?
Yes.
I've got something for you. I know that I told you that you'd be doing all the observations, but I got one for
Yeah.
you.
Go on.
I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and we are talking about how, when you're swearing in French, it's a good language to swear in.
Yeah.
For me, France or Paris stands alone as one of the only metro maps in the world where every station sounds like a good French swear word.
Oh yeah.
If you say it like a swear word.
Like Barbès de Rochechouart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
J'aurais su. Think of every single raspaille. Oh, raspaille.
Right, yes.
Whereas in England, in London, Piccadilly Circus.
No, it doesn't have the same. But is that something that's intrinsic to the language, or is it the names of the stations?
You're the teacher.
I would argue that maybe it's something to do with the language itself. I don't know.
But there's something. I mean, we're standing in a map now. I'll point out a few more to you. Pigalle,
This is a bus map.
Place de Clichy, Opéra,
Invalides.
Invalides.
Invalids.
Yeah, it feels like you could really shout them out.
Yeah, you could.
Montparnasse. So, for the listeners at home who don't know where we are, I think we're at Couronnes.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. Still
Which-
on line 2.
Time for a fact.
Yes.
I did a blog post about 30 things that even the Parisians don't know about the metro,
All right.
and one of them was that there was an awful fire at Couronnes where 84 people died long ago. So, I said
There was an awful fire here. Like, how many? How?
at this exact station,
Really?
and I think 84 people died, or it was in 1984. No, but
80, the number 84,
but,
84 years ago.
84 was very relevant, and it's in that story, which I'll link to. But I mean, this station has some history.
It's a fascinating system. There are all sorts of interesting things. What's your favourite station?
Pronunciation-wise?
No,
or-
just as a place to hang out.
I spend a lot of time at, the one, Arts et Métiers,
Yeah.
which is sort of like a copper submarine interior.
A steampunk kind of
Steampunk.
thing. Yeah.
It's good for doing an album cover. I'd
Right,
imagine.
right,
Yeah.
yes.
What about you?
Well, I would say...
You haven't got the balance down.
No,
for
no,
some
no,
of them.
not at all.
No.
I would say Arts et Métiers as well,
No, you
but actually, I
can't.
can't pronounce it. But my favourite one actually is Cité Station. Again, I can't pronounce that.
What's going on there?
It's Ile de la Cité, it's near there.
Cité.
And the thing about it is it's a bit like Arts et Métiers in that it's a bit kind of steampunk, Art Deco kind of style.
Sure.
But it's got this amazing stairwell, which is like this huge cylindrical chamber that you go down a set of stairs. And it's got this kind of cast iron sort of wall inside this chamber. And it's just this it's like going down inside a big submarine again. A bit like the other
What
one.
you've done is you kind of took my description of my favourite one and then changed the name of the station and just said the same description.
Yeah, that's basically what I've done.
Yeah, okay.
Can I go back to the smell thing?
Please, yeah.
Have you ever you've been on line 14?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
I
one
really
that goes
don't take
from
the
like,
metro so much.
it goes from Bercy to like Saint-Lazare,
Sure.
and that's the smelliest one.
Really?
It's really smelly,
Why does it smell so
but
much?
I don't think it's piss.
Oh. What is it?
I think it's actually like the water or the mud under the Seine that contains something like sulfur or something like that,
Wow, okay.
and that gives some of the corridors and things. It gives it a bit of a smell,
Wow.
and I think that's part of why it's sort of a funky place, because you see some of the walls, you have like liquid leaking down the walls in some stations. Have you seen? Well, you don't use the metro very
I
much.
haven't seen that.
I think actually they have a lot of problems with drainage and water that seeps into the system through the mud of the river and that kind of thing.
Sounds horrible.
It does sound horrible. I'm really selling the metro
Wow.
to your
Well, you're
listeners.
selling line 14. We're going
so-
past Colonel Fabien again.
I think it's actually something in the mud that causes the smell. So it's not only urine. Yeah.
Okay. These are all bad things you're saying now, aren't
I
they?
know, yeah, well, I
that's
did
okay,
say.
that's okay.
I did give my disclaimer at the beginning. Have you ever been accosted by metro ninjas? Do you know who I'm talking about? You know the RATP, the RATP,
right, yeah, the fuzz.
the metro ninjas.
Yeah, why are they metro ninjas?
Because sometimes you'll just be innocently walking through the system, walking through a corridor, you turn a corner, and there's a team of RATP
Ticket checkers.
like ticket checkers.
Yeah.
They're in a special uniform.
Ninja uniform.
Ninja
Like,
outfit. Yeah.
Wow.
They don't normally wear that stuff. They put on a special outfit just to check your tickets.
And they catch the people who have jumped the barriers,
Yeah,
of which there are many.
Exactly. They surprise you in the corridor.
And what, do they act like a ninja otherwise, or is it just to sneak up on you?
I think it's just sneak up on you.
They
I've
don't-
heard that they
there's
actually
no
hide.
swordsmanship or anything like that.
No, there are no knives or swords involved, but thankfully. But I've heard that they even hide behind, pillars and things, and sort of jump out. Ah, gotcha.
Lucky we had tickets today.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? We could have been caught by the ninjas.
Man.
But I kind of think, why do they do that, Oliver? Why is it that they will let people jump over the barriers?
Yeah.
In fact, they watch them jump over.
Chase them down.
From inside their little glass cubicle. They
Yeah.
watch people jump over the barriers. And they're like, fine, you can do that, no problem. And then later on, they're like, oh, actually, no. We need to make sure that everyone's a legitimate traveller. And that's why I have to stop
Yeah.
and help them do their job in tracking down these people who they let freely jump into the system without buying tickets. So
It's pretty intriguing.
I don't really understand the
What
way
does it
it works.
cost when you get caught without a ticket?
It can cost between 30 and 80 euros, I think.
man.
Yeah,
Not worth it.
it's not worth it. Yeah.
What station are we at? Because we're going to be meeting Corey soon.
We are. Where are we?
Oh, don't tell me we've gone past
Are we
it.
above ground again?
I think we just come above ground.
Jaurès. Yeah. Where are we meeting him? Barbès.
Barbès, yeah.
Yeah, back to
Barbès Rosh
Barbès
Hashanah,
again.
where we started, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that'll be in about 2 minutes, if he's there.
Yes.
Have you got a Corey story prepared?
No, not at all.
Great.
No. But I could just improvise one.
That's okay.
Have you ever seen
now,
any?
though.
Have you ever seen any animals on the metro?
No.
There are mice.
It's
quite common
Not
to
on the
s-
trains.
No, on the platforms. It's
Yeah.
quite common. You might stand there, sort of, particularly later on, like late in the evening. They tend to come out. I don't know why, but plenty of times I've been waiting and just see a mouse just running down the platform
Yeah.
and disappearing into the channel.
Well, the little channel. that
This
you're-
little
you're-
channel that I'm obsessed by. And once I actually saw a bat as well.
Wow.
Yeah, not in the metro. It was at Châtelet station, waiting for the RER to take me to Gare du Nord, to take me to Charles de Gaulle Airport.
That's pretty cool.
I was standing there at something like 6 in the morning, and a bat flew over my head and flew down the platform.
Had you been drinking?
No, I haven't. I wish I had, and I saw the bat and I was like, this place truly is evil.
Yeah, wow. Hey, do you
Yeah.
want to check your text to see if your
Yeah,
wife
good
is...
idea, good idea.
And then I think it's time for the quickfire round.
Oh yeah,
Because we got two stops.
Got a quick fire round.
No baby yet?
No, not yet.
I think we do a quickfire round, first time ever, live on the train, 2 stations.
Okay.
All about the metro.
All right, I'm
Because you've
ready.
been on the show before, we haven't mentioned that.
Yes.
And that was when James used to edit. He deleted your quickfire round.
What?
Yeah, I listened to it. I was like, where? Because we did it about Pigalle. And then he
Yeah.
cut it out. It mustn't have been very good.
No, I think.
Don't worry, I edit now. I'm going to keep this in.
Okay.
Ready?
I better do a good one then.
Favorite station to pronounce?
Well, Barbès Rochechouart.
Is it really though?
Yeah, I think so. Genuinely, yeah.
Okay.
Because my friend Sebastian Marx, who you might know, is
Comedian.
a comedian,
Yeah.
he does a very funny routine about Barbès Rochechouart. And it's stuck in my mind as a result of that. So,
Okay.
little plug for Sebastian there.
Okay, good.
You can
Plugs
go and
fine.
see his show. I think he's on at.
You don't
where
need
is
to do a
he?
full plug.
The Apollo near
Okay.
Republique.
Okay.
You can go and see his show. It's good.
Next question.
Yes.
Most romantic metro station in Paris?
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I went there.
Oh, most romantic metro station. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them's got a view of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, the one down across that bridge.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
that one I think's probably got to be.
Bir Hakeim Bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
So there's one that's above ground and you can see the Eiffel Tower. That's pretty special.
Okay, if you had to
Yeah.
spend your whole day on one metro line, which would, I mean, you bring a laptop, you do some work. Which would it be?
Well, it's going to have to be either line 1, line 2, line 3,
Yeah,
or
we have to say
line
one of
9. Line 1, please.
Yep. Why is that?
No, line 2. Line 2.
Have to take you
Because
first.
it passes through some of my favourite parts of town.
Line 2.
So it goes through places like Concorde and you get, the touristy spots.
Okay, cool.
Some nice, attractive-looking metro stations.
Cool.
And the trains are new, so their seats are quite comfortable.
Good tip. And lastly, because we're about to approach the next station where Corey should be, what would be your advice to someone listening to this show who maybe doesn't know Paris Metro so well? One tip to give them.
One tip?
Yeah, regarding the metro.
Oh, let's see. That's a good one.
can
Wash your hands when you get home. Yeah.
For real?
Genuinely. Because I think it's a great it's not only does it transport people, it also transports a variety of viruses as well, I would imagine. So I think it's a safe idea. I mean, have you ever held onto these handrails?
I've been doing it the whole time and now I'm feeling terrible.
They're very greasy, have you noticed?
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So wash hands when you get home.
Wash your hands when you get home. Can I correct myself?
Please?
I said line 2, pass through Concorde, that's line 1. Just wanted to make that clear.
I took a selfie of us.
You did?
So you're going to get off here.
I am, yeah.
This is Barbès. You heard the lady.
I did.
Have you noticed that when they arrive, they say it like a question? Barbès Rochechouart?
Yeah.
And then they confirm it when they arrive.
Right.
Barbès Rochechouart.
There's another comedian that does a routine about that.
Oh, really?
Noman Hosni, a very funny comic who does a great routine.
Hang on, look out the window.
Yes?
Okay, you got to go. There's Corey.
I've
I
gotta
see.
go.
See you later, Luke.
All right.
Thanks for being on the
Nice
show.
one, Ollie. Hey, Corey.
Corey. There goes Luke. And here comes
See you,
Corey.
man. Hey, it's good to see a friendly face
He's
on the
gone.
metro. Yeah, there he goes.
Anyone that thinks that we just did it for the show, he's gone.
Oh no, he's gone for
And
real.
you're here.
He's gone for
That
real.
worked really well.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah, I found you. This worked out well. We
Oh,
pulled it
that's
off. We pulled it off.
Hey, someone else thinks it's good too.
Nice. We have a live audience.
Do you want to say hello?
Hello, how are you? Fine, good.
There you go. How's your day been, Corey?
My day's been good. My good.
It's been a bit of a different Corey story. Usually you come up into the studio, you knock on the door right when
Right.
the episode's over. This time you're waiting at the train station.
This time you asked me to wait out in the cold,
Yeah.
by the way, this elevated train station.
How
but I'm
long were
willing
you
to do
waiting
that. Hours and hours just for this podcast.
Okay, but have you come with the Corey story?
I've come with a Corey story,
And
absolutely.
Did you manage to relate it to Le Métro?
Oh, sure, yeah. When I think about the metro, I think about an extraordinary story that, first of all, you know it was 1900 when they installed the first metro station? Well, 37 years later...
1937.
Exactly, well
Yeah.
done. Good math. The metro of Paris got its very first murder mystery.
Oh, here we
Believe
go.
it or not, yeah,
Okay.
this is some good stuff.
You're doing
And-
the Paris Whisperer as well. You kind of.
Oh, really? Okay, let me speak up because I'm
No,
trying
I
to be
like it, I like
respectful
it.
to the
People
passengers
listen,
here.
they're enjoying it,
Yeah,
they're
absolutely. So what happened was 1937, and there's a 29-year-old Italian girl. Her name is Laetitia Toureau. And Laetitia Toureau. And she is dressed in a green dress, and she leaves a dance hall in the outskirts of eastern Paris. She gets on the metro. Now, at the time, it was the line number 8, the terminus of the line, and it was called the Porte de Charenton. So she's alone. It's night. She gets on line number 8 at Porte de Charenton. No one's in the car with her. The doors close. At the very next station, 45 seconds later, 6 passengers get on the same train car, and they find her kind of slumped on the bench with her hat over her eyes, and then her whole body slumps forward. They find that a 9-inch knife had been plunged into her neck,
God.
and she was essentially dead. She died in the ambulance leaving the metro station. So it was almost a perfect crime because police investigated. They talked to 800 different people there in the station, not one single witness. Somehow she gets on one station on line 8 and is dead at the next one. So the name of that station was Porte Dorée, if anybody ever goes through there or wants to check out the station. So it goes down as one of the great unsolved murder mysteries. It was the perfect crime. And we still don't know who was it, how did he pull it off, and why was
Or
she murdered?
Could be a she, the murderer.
Could be a she.
Yeah.
But so the police interview all these people and they shut down the case. It goes unsolved, right? Then 25 years pass, and 25 years later, the police commissioner of Paris gets an anonymous letter from a French doctor, and it's a confession.
Wow.
And we still to this day don't know if it's true or not, but it's this guy saying, I'm not going to give you my name, but I want to tell you that I was the a lover of hers, and I loved her dearly, fell madly in love, but it was she didn't return the love. And he decided to roll the dice one day back in 1937 and propose marriage to her, and she rejected him. So according to this letter, it was never corroborated, he grabbed a knife, snuck in, and somehow in between 2 stations murdered her.
So was it he?
Well, we don't know if the story's real, if the letter's real.
Wow.
But how does that happen? Imagine you get on alone, and then 45 seconds later at the next station, you're dead.
What's your theory?
Well, there was a rumor at the time that she was actually working as an undercover agent to infiltrate an Italian crime ring in Paris, because she was Italian herself. So it might have been a hit. It might have been an assassin.
Wow, wait. And is there any evidence at Porte Dorée of this story anymore?
To my knowledge, no, not at all.
Wow.
But can you imagine? Take your mind back to 1937, the first murder mystery of the Paris Metro.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think that's a worthy story for this
Great
topic.
work, Corey.
Yeah, well done.
Where are we?
Where are we? We're in a
Blanche.
tunnel.
Should we get off?
Yeah, we should get off.
We can walk out to the gates.
Let's go grab a scotch.
So, a scotch at Blanche.
Or a coffee.
Yeah, why not? Great story.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for waiting on the train.
Yeah.
You're a tour guide.
So where are we doing the next one?
Helicopter.
A helicopter.
French
ride.
Fry in Paris.
Yes, thank you.
Prince of the Paris pavements.
I talked over my own plug there.
Do you do metro tours?
No, but you can take tours with me that will include a trip on the metro if you wish.
Yeah, well.
All right, we're getting off here?
Oh, geez, yeah. We'll go to the gate and then we'll say goodbye to the listeners. Blanche.
Yes.
How was
let's
that
walk
guy
to the gate.
joining in? That's the first time we've ever had someone join in on Corey's story.
I know, that was a live audience member. Like it.
So as we're going, this counts as a live show.
It does.
In a way.
Yeah.
So now as we walk to Blanche Station, which we have no reason to be here, I mean, we only did the episode in this area.
We could go to the Moulin Rouge to catch a cabaret show.
Well, we could. It's expensive and it's a tourist trap, though.
Hey, man, my treat. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Now's a good time before you guys switch off. There goes the train for the plug for the season finale.
Yes.
December 13th. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there?
We've been hinting what it's about. It's monstrously good.
So good.
Mysteries of the canal, all that kind of stuff. If you're in Paris, come along to the Point Ephemer. Tickets by donation.
Yeah.
Just
So
do
you can
€1.
pay whatever you want.
Yeah, €1.
€1,
Yeah.
50 centimes.
50 centimes.
Just come see us, have a drink, chat.
And if you're in America and you think, God, this last year of the Earful Tower has been great, I want to donate as well.
Yeah, we love when people do that.
Here we are at the gates. Wow! Oh, shit. I got hit. So I guess we sign off here.
All right, man.
That was the first ever Metro episode. You've been Corey Frye, Luke's long gone. And I've been Oliver G. Tune in next time for an episode with my little brother about finding Mary. What is that about? Ooh, you'll find out soon.
See you later.
See ya.
Earful Tower with Oliver G.